Millennials are sometimes painted, almost certainly wrongly, as tech-obsessed, face-in-the-phone, app-swiping, selfie-taking types. But millennial Michael Koropisz from Manchester, UK, does none of those things because he lives his life as a Victorian.
My name's Michael Koropisz. I'm 24 years old, and despite living in the 21st century, I love living in the past.
Before we truly get into this story, the first thing we kind of have to ask is why, Michael?
I heard a saying once that you should surround yourself with things that you love. And that's why I live my life the way I do. I adore waking up feeling like a king in my own bedroom, which is based on the Victorian style, as well as my dress. I adore most things from the Victorian era, mainly because a lot of time and effort went into making objects and clothing. I just feel they did everything properly. They didn't do it by halves. I feel clothing can really change your persona. When I wear my clothing, I feel very upright, and I feel like that's where the idea comes from, to stick your nose in the air. When you're wearing a collar that's this starched, it makes you feel almost, I don't know, in the clouds in a way.
Michael's interest in the 1800s isn't restricted to his private life. His career choice also relates to that era. He's a professional portrait artist, deploying classical technique to create old-fashioned style paintings. And one day, he wants to be knighted for his work.
I've been painting for as long as I can remember. If I could have one thing in the world, I would love a knighthood. Now, bear with me on this one, Your Majesty. It's because I have painted quite a few celebrities, and I'm working up the ladder with my classical portraiture, which would not look out of place at Buckingham Palace, might I add. And it would be a dream to one day get a royal commission. I painted Prince George earlier this year and took it down to the palace, and I got to present it in the gallery, which was a wonderful experience. And that would be my ultimate dream, to paint a portrait of the reigning monarch.
It's worth asking how Michael's unusual lifestyle affects his relationships. He has a brother, for example, who is very much living life in the present. The two of them are worlds apart in terms of personality, but still put up with each other's interesting ways.
I've always been very close with my younger brother, and we get on like best friends, and yet we're so different. But they say, like magnets, opposites attract, don't they? I think his taste in fashion could be improved, as well as his taste in music. Though he appreciates classical music, I'm a big fan of Gilbert and Sullivan, the 19th century operatic duo. Bob is more into his modern music. God knows what he listens to now. I can't even remember. It's something like the Black Eyed Beans. Oh, I don't remember, something like that.
By living in the past, Michael has carved out an interesting future for himself. At the time of filming, his career was in good shape, and the people around him clearly respected his lifestyle choices. His success in both areas are apparently thanks to an old adage.
My favourite composer, Arthur Sullivan, once said, "You can't sit on a coal mine and wait for the coal to come to you. You have to go out and dig for it."
What do you think of Michael's love for the past? Let us know in the comments.